Hello everyone. I'm sitting outside, so you'll probably hear the birds and a little bit of the wind come through. I posted on Instagram yesterday I'd made chocolate chip cookies, and that is one thing I have never been good at making. It's not something I even really try making because every time I make them, they're always just like poofs of dough and chocolate chips. And then I posted yesterday and I'm like, just send me one of your recipes, please, and save me from making the worst chocolate chip cookies. I'm on a mission to make them chewy and gooey and flat because mine always poof up into these weird balls. Bear's out here, so I'm holding his leash. The chipmunks are running around, so sometimes he gets tempted to go off and chase them. I made a batch of cookies. I want to say thank you so much to... I'm gonna have to look up who it was and I'll post on here. You sent me a link to a cookie recipe, and I have to tell you, I have tried many online. The last one I just attempted yesterday was No Bear, we're not chasing the birds. No. Martha Stewart's recipes. I was like, well, it's Martha Stewart's, I have to get this right. No, a poof. But finally I made cookies, and guess what? The kids never complain and the husband never complains. They eat them all the time. But honestly, these are what I was hoping to make. Ooey gooey chocolate chip flat cookies. They're so delicious. I don't know. They just worked out, and I'm so happy because, oh my gosh, they're like so good. What are you guys baking these days? Is anyone a baker or into baking? I've made chocolate cake from scratch, not a box. I was like super proud that I even made 2 more afterwards and froze like one into chunks so that we can pull it out so we wouldn't eat the whole thing. Bear, no. We're leaving the little bird alone. No, leave him. Oh, he's pretty. It's a black bird with a blue head. I've never seen that before. Not a blue jay. Anyways. How are you guys keeping? And I have my tea. I thought I'd come out onto the porch and sit out here with him for a little bit and just check in with you guys and see how you're doing. It's been a bit of, I mean, we can't complain, really. We're healthy, we're staying indoors, we're doing our thing. You can go for a walk outside around your neighborhood and all of those good things, but we are definitely super strict on not contributing to any community spread. And I hope that you're doing the same and that you're staying safe. This is a crazy unknown time, and especially I have kids too, so we've got like the challenges of schoolwork and just work and everyday life. And I honestly did not realize, I mean, I cook all the time and that's not a problem, but I didn't realize how much I spend in the kitchen. Good boy, Bear. He's sitting here now. How much time I spend in the kitchen, breakfast, lunch, and dinner now, and snacks, and it's like just nonstop in the kitchen, that I've been really diligent on putting all of my dishes away and stuff, just because that's something I know I can control right now. So there are things that we can't control and there are things that we can. There, Bear, come back this way, please. Stay here. Good boy. Yeah, I'm eating it ever so slowly and it is so good. So thank you so much for this recipe. I am so happy I finally made a good batch of cookies, and I made a ton of this dough. I did a test batch, then I made this round, and I saved a bunch of it in the fridge, and hopefully it turns out the same way tomorrow. If I make all the cookies today, there's no self-control. We're all going to be eating them, and that's not healthy either. So it's nice to have a treat. One cookie, but not a bunch of cookies. Oh, somebody's not happy to be outside right now. I've been writing out some to-do lists where I think that's kind of, oh, here comes a chipmunk. Bear's right here, and he's waiting to see if the chipmunk's gonna come right by. Run past. There he is. He's right here. The chipmunks are so quick sometimes. As soon as like they're aware that there's a, like, especially Bear, they'll come around me, no problem. Like if I'm just sitting out here having my coffee or my tea, they'll wander around. But because they see this little guy here, they're like, oh, come here, Bear. Look like you're shivering. It's not that warm, but it's not that cold either, buddy. Hey, you want to say hi? You haven't seen anybody in a while. Oh, you're on alert for the chipmunks, aren't you? Hey? Are you on alert? He's on alert. He's like, I have nothing to do with you, mommy, right now. There's so many birds and so many little animals out here, right? You hear them all. None of the trees, like I took you guys down for a walk down to the forest, and a couple of the trees were starting to bud, but not very many. Actually, my trees here are starting to bud. I hadn't even paid that close attention, so they are starting to bud. I'll kind of film that and show you guys, but that's kind of exciting. So probably in the next couple weeks. You can sit here, buddy. Where do you want to go? Who has a little fur baby at home? You know this guy, he has been so, I don't know, like he's been so calm. And if you guys know him from the past, I know right now he's super alert and like taking in all the birds that are flying around and the chipmunks that have been running around here. But he has been on very good behavior, and at night, even when it's bedtime, he's just like, oh, thank goodness you're putting me to sleep. He sleeps in his crate at night, and he is just so happy to finally go to bed at night, right, buddy? Because he doesn't really nap much these days. I think because we're all home, he's busy, like, and you know how dogs are. They're pretty loyal. As soon as you get up or walk around, they're constantly at your side. And he's one of those kind of doggies where he's running around always by your feet. So if my husband gets up, or if Scarlett gets up, or Ever gets up, or I get up to walk across the house or wherever we're coming from, he's constantly like zooming to catch up to whoever is walking around. So he's been a busy little fellow and probably super tired. And he's also gone out for a little bit more walks than normal. You probably are doing the same, right? So he's pooped out by, you know, the time I put him in his crate. He is just so happy to go to bed, right? Hey, buddy bear? Hey, you're ready for bedtime at night. But how are your fur babies? Are they like happy that, oh, he wants to go down. Are they happy that you're, here, fix your paw. Fix your paw. Good boy, you sit there. Are they happy that you're home, or are they just like, what are you doing in my space? But I do notice he hasn't napped like he normally does. And usually, like, my husband works from home, so he'll prop up on the front chair overlooking the front of the house, and he'll have a nap in the sunshine or whatever. And because our routines are all out of whack and somebody's always walking around the house, hey bear, come this way, he's just not settling down. No, that's mine. So yeah, the kids are well. I think they're happy to be home, to be honest. I'm okay. I'm missing the normal. Oh, these cookies are so freaking good. Oh, my sign is here still. I have to clean the patio. That's the one thing. The weather just finally warmed up the last 2 days. We finally got some nice sunshine. It's been pretty chilly, to be honest. A couple weeks ago we had snow that fell through the night, but finally we're starting to see spring arrive. But this sign is from one of my DIYs from last, my goodness, yeah, it would be last year, the spring kind of redoing of the porch and stuff, which I'll do again this year probably. Right now it's a hot mess. I have all my lanterns that I think I told you guys they knocked over on, most of the glass shattered. So I have them stored out here in a big hot mess until I fix that. And then one of the boxes I had to stain to match the other two boxes, because when I went to Michael's to buy it, only one was available in like a wash brown and the other two were in gray. I'll show you. Maybe I'll film it quickly for you guys. But yeah, how are you guys keeping busy? Have you are you fortunate enough to have a patio or a porch to kind of get decorating or redoing a little bit now for once the weather warms up? I think it's going to help too with our mental health, like being able to leave the house and just hearing outside is a big thing. If you can, if you're able to and your body is able to do that, try to get outside and get some fresh air. It does wonders. Or even just feeling the sun on your skin is just, this is the small things right now that kind of keep you going. I do miss shopping. As you probably, all of you know, I'm probably a shopaholic. Who knows? I would say I am. And jokingly, I am a shopaholic. Of course, when you don't need to shop, you don't need to, but I'm a deal shopper. I think that's what it is, more so than a shopaholic, because I could go without shopping at certain things for a long time. I realize I like to shop for deals, find deals, and bring deals home to my home. So I do miss that, the hunt, scavenger hunt of Dollar Tree. I haven't been to Dollar Tree and it will be probably 24 days. This is the longest I've been away from Dollar Tree. Isn't that pathetic? Almost a month, right? Oh my goodness. Even when I did the no spend a couple years ago in March, that's funny because this was a March no spend. I should have ran the challenge this year. I would have gotten away with it with no problems, but I did the no spend and I was allowed to buy bread, and then I kind of cheated towards the end and I got loose and I said we can all buy 3 items at Dollar Tree that we really wanted to, because it was supposed to be like absolutely zero shopping for the month of March. And so then I said no, you can buy 3 items throughout the rest of the month, I think halfway through. And it went really well. Like I had a lot of fun doing that, but when you're forced, because of a public health issue, you know, it's different. It's you don't even think about it. You just do it. You stay home. You don't even worry about the shopping. There's no need. I don't need to go out and buy anything that's non-essential right now, which is food and of course your essentials to keep your family healthy and well, your pharmaceuticals, your food, and any of the cleaning supplies that you may need. Thankfully, I'm always stocked with cleaning supplies, so I'm not having to go out for that. I had bought some Vim wipes. I don't know if you guys remember, months ago, Dollar Tree, and they still had a ton of them and no one was buying them. They had a whole box filled with Vim antibacterial wipes, which was similar to Lysol. Vim is, I believe, a Unilever Canada company, and I know I'm not a big wipe user, and I have nothing against people who use wipes. I just find that they're very I'm more eco-friendly that way. I like to use rags, and I like to clean the house with cloths, and I'm not a big disposable user, not even with paper plates or cups. I tend to always use my ceramics and stuff that are available, no matter if it's gatherings or not. Especially if we have family gatherings, I always use my plates that are my ceramic plates. But if it's a kids party with a ton of them, I sometimes will have, you know, those China paper plates that have the little blue and white things that you can recycle. They almost look like cardboard. I will tend to do that once in a while. And I have the little plastic appetizer plates, but those I don't even throw out. I wash them and repurpose them. So I'm not I've always been very, I think it's between being frugal and being environmentally friendly. I've always been very cautious of my environmental footprint on Earth since I was a young kid. Like even at 11, I used to talk to my parents. I remember having conversations with them about stuff. My parents have always been very environmentally friendly. They started recycling way before recycling even became, you know, mandatory in our city. And I just grew up, I think, with an old school way of how you do things, of how you clean, and how things were not very disposable. Even when the kids were little, I know I'm going off on a rant and here I am talking about the environment, but even when the children were babies, I used cloth diapers. I did have a little stash of disposables on hand for like car rides that we were on our way, you know, across the United States of America or something like that, and I wasn't going to be able to wash their little diapers on the go. But otherwise, like I was a cloth diaper user. I never used baby wipes on them. I know it's probably going to sound gross to a lot of people who do. I never used baby wipes. I had their little tiny cloths, and I would keep them wet. Like I would wash them in the sink, because I would change them right to the sink in their bathroom. Here, Bear, come this way. So I never even bought a pack of baby wipes. Like thinking back, and I don't think I'm that old. So I wish that more people were aware of the ways that they could. And I think it also is that whole being frugal too, and saving, like wherever you can save and reuse things. That's how I've been always. My mind always automatically goes to how do I save money, and how do I have a less of a footprint on the earth, right? Because those baby wipes and all of that stuff is just piled up into a landfill. I don't think they decompose that easily. Anyways, I was going off on the Vim packages. So my husband, being more with the public, he tends to like to disinfect like the phone handle, like the actual telephone at the office, or a keyboard or something like that. And he just finds that, you know, to avoid germ transfer, he will Lysol things. And I had seen these Vim packages, and I'm like, for $1.25, I don't think I can beat that. Like, even Lysol on sale, or any of that stuff on sale. Bear, come. I think I swallowed a bug. So even on Lysol on sale and stuff like that, you can't beat that price. So they come a Vim pack of 30 wipes, and they are bacteria. It says 99%, 0.9. So my saving grace has been, we have placed an order for pickup of groceries. Actually just did this a couple hours ago. My husband went to pick up the groceries, and we brought them home. He unpackaged everything that could be recyclable, like cereal boxes and hamburger boxes and stuff like that, went straight into the recycling bin in the garage, and the rest of the stuff came into the laundry room, and then, or the mud room, and then we disinfected like pretty much everything with the Vim wipes, and then transferred stuff into the Ziploc freezer bags. It's been a process. The things that we take for granted, and they're small. This is such a small little job that we have in the big scheme of things. Like, we have our frontline workers who are, you know, kicking ass out there, and this is just such a small little inconvenience, you know, for the greater picture. So I'm not complaining, but we are taking precautions on how we're doing things. So I was really thankful, and I said to him, I said, if it wasn't for you using Lysol wipes, I would have never picked up these Vim packages. And something that I had, you know, kind of stashed away. I had bought 2 packages, I believe, from Dollar Tree, and here they are coming into great use. So being the deal finder that I am, I must say that it has helped tremendously during this time. We just have not had to leave our home like a lot of people. I am in a fortunate position where I do buy a little bit here and a little bit there, and I put it away, and I have my proper little spaces in the house that things go and get put away in. And you know what? I haven't felt panicky. I haven't feared missing out on something, and for that I'm super grateful. So all that little bit of shopping addiction and shopping alcoholic at Dollar Tree and Bear Dollarama. Come here, buddy. You're shaky. Come here. It has been like super. Here, lie down. Lie down. Good boy. Good boy. It has been super helpful in this time. So any little things that kind of like you've noticed about yourself that you kind of were like, oh, you know, that's kind of helping me in this time. Anything that you're managing, like exercising or doing yoga. Oh my goodness, Bear, are you cold? I should bring him inside. I don't feel cold at all, but he's not very furry. He's not very furry and big here. Any little things that you're just like thankful or grateful for right now that kind of make you realize it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. This is just a small part, a little contribution that we all have to do by staying home and staying healthy so that we can protect one another, right? Okay, you can't have my cookie. I know you see it. You cannot have cookies. There's chips, chocolate chips in there. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. I just wanted to say hi. Also, I think I'm going to finish cleaning my craft room because I dumped a bunch of stuff into the middle of it. If you guys want, I can film the whole cleaning process. I just took stuff out of like the new bookcase that I had put like a bunch of DIY material at the bottom, and it kind of just piled up into a bit of a mess. And I wasn't feeling inspired. And then mentally, of course, with the unknowns and the whole, when we went on official lockdown, like our house, we went on the 14th, I believe, or was it 13th? Friday the 13th, we officially hadn't gone out since the 12th. And then Friday the kids didn't even go to school. And then Monday, I think we got told by our government, our provincial government, that, or even national, I can't remember, no, just provincial, that we were going into like a lockdown, essentially. I don't know, some people don't like to use certain words. I'm going to call it a lockdown, but like the non-essential services were closing and all of that stuff. So technically, I believe the 13th, 14th, as of the 16th of March, I guess everyone would have been on like more of a lockdown. Yeah, there's people walking by. So anyways, Bear's gonna probably bark. I don't know. It's okay. He's sick. Ontario, so it's not, I'm not far away from New York State, and closely, super closely following like what's happening in New York City, which is, oh my goodness, like absolutely heartbreaking. My heart goes out to all the people, everybody, and to our frontline workers. Like, I just thank you to everyone, grocery store workers, our nurses, our doctors, the whole works. You know how it is, right? And what they're doing for us. As much as they might not be wanting to be out there, they're putting on a brave front for us. I can't even imagine. Please just do your part. I really, really, really encourage you not to go out if you don't have to. Being a Dollar Tree, I would say like a Dollar Tree channel more. I know that I do cater a little bit to the ASMR community, in the sense that like I like to make more of like relaxing videos that sometimes some of the other Dollar Tree community members don't really focus on. Like, I'll take you guys on a walk. I put some snow walks and, you know, nature walks and stuff that so I consider myself more of a Dollar Tree community YouTuber. I don't want to encourage people to go out shopping. So if you've probably noticed, I haven't been posting any of my shop with me's, and it's not that I don't have any, because I had quite a few from that week just before we went into isolation. I had been, oh my goodness, these cardinals are gorgeous. I had been I hope I caught them when they were here. They were just beautiful, super red cardinals. Anyways, I was just saying that, yeah, like I had gone out shopping that week and had filmed a bunch of shop with me. So I had gone to a different city, so, well, a different town. I don't really call it a city, but a different town, and had gone there. And you know what? Morally, I just couldn't release the videos. I have a ton of hauls that I could film for you guys. I have so many things that I bought from the tons of shop with me's that I had gone on. Again, morally, I just can't post them. I don't want to encourage you guys to feel like you have to go and find the things that I have, because I know FOMO. I know the fear of missing out is real in a lot of us who truly love to shop, who truly love to find a great deal, who truly love Dollar Tree. So the least I could do right now is supporting my frontline workers by staying home, but also not promoting for you guys to go searching for things. So I hope you can understand why I haven't posted those things. I know some of you have been asking me to, and some of you were even upset that I had posted like my last shop with me a few weeks back. I believe it'll be 3 weeks now, and we hadn't gone into self-isolation quite yet when I posted them. But yeah, it's a catch-22. Like my hauls, I guess I could typically share them with you guys, but I just don't feel right. I really don't, because I think that would encourage people to want to go out shopping. And I really want to tell you, please stay home if you don't need to be out there. If you've been able to follow Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, they're the best of the best. Like, I've been listening to them super carefully and listening to what they have to say, and I'm taking to heart what they do have to say. So if you're not, you know, into the whole politics, definitely listen to them, because they're part of the WHO. That's what they are, the World Health Organization, and they are the doctors, and they're at the top of the doctors of, you know, advising us what to do in a pandemic. So definitely, if you're not wanting to listen to the politicians, give them a few minutes of your time if you don't believe this to be as true as or as serious as it may be. Remember, we can be fine. I can be fine when I go out there, but the thing is, it just, you don't know if you have it and are going to pass it on to someone else who is not going to be fine. So right now it's not just about me, it's about everyone else, right? I have a good healthy lung system, and I'm a pretty healthy female. They say a lot of men are the ones that are, you know, being susceptible to the disease, to the virus. So I'm not the candidate for it necessarily, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't have it and pass it on to someone else who could be. So the important thing is that we all do our part and we all stay strong. This isn't much to ask of us, to stay home and craft if you have crafts to do, or color, or watch TV, or bake, or cook, or clean your home. Really, there's a ton of things that we can find to do and keep ourselves busy. We're very lucky, especially in our societies. I think we can say we're very lucky. So aside from that, and I'm going off on a rant, and hopefully some of you guys are not thinking I'm like bossy, because I'm not trying to be bossy, just trying to tell you what it's like from my perspective. And I have an opinion, and everyone will have an opinion, and you will have a different opinion, and that's the way the world turns, right? But I'm going to do my part, and I'm going to do what I feel is right in protecting my frontline workers and other family and friends who may not have as strong of an immune system as I do. So that's how I look at it. You have to look at the greater good. You can't just always think about yourself. Anyways, on that note, I do want to say that I'll have, maybe once I clean up my craft room, and if you guys are interested in seeing me have a little clean with me video, I look forward to pulling out my paper books and doing some paper crafts, hopefully some embellishments, and I think I'm gonna get to a pocket letter. I am starting to feel a little bit more normal. The first 2 weeks were an adjustment. It was listening to press conferences. It was like, you know, trying to wrap my head around what's gonna happen, what's coming, are things gonna change, are they not gonna change? It was just the unknown. Like, this was pretty intense, I would say, emotionally. My head was just not in craft mode. I really was trying to keep the house under control, doing laundry, keeping up with the kitchen, which those are normal things, but when your state, your mind is not like in the right place, it feels like a daunting task just to keep the house going. You know, when your mind is mentally, and I was losing sleep, I wasn't sleeping at night, all the things. Now I'm starting to, you know, sleep again at night, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more, I'm gonna say, normal. Not that anything was abnormal before, but I think you get it. It's the mental health stuff, right? Like not knowing and the beyond our control factor. But yeah, all the birdies are flying here, and I want to capture them all for you guys and film them all, but I just know that that's boring too. I maybe go get my camera and do a bird film watch for you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to check in, say hello. I hope you're all doing well. I do send you guys lots of love, strength, happiness. I hope you're staying healthy, and that's, you know, number one, looking after your mental health, staying positive. And if you want, comment with me. I always check on all the comments. I'm always here. If I don't always respond immediately, it's just because I don't have a chance to, but typically I do respond to you guys. Anyways, until next time, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to have some crafts. We're not like major crafts, but you know what I mean, some paper crafts and stuff up for you guys very soon. Until next time, I'll say bye with Bear. You say bye, Bear? Bye? He's like, leave me alone. Bye.
It's gonna be okay.